So many of you might not have seen this engine before, but I have done a couple of videos on it. It's I've got two Poppit valve Bings. They're lovely engines. I like them because they're really different. You know, a valve system with like a shaft drive, really nice. Boilers built into the line, big with taps, very nice. I haven't run this one for a few weeks now, and I've decided to give it a go. They've got a hopper that preheats the water, so you can fill the hopper up with water. Then there's a tap here. You can let the water, open that tap. The pump pumps the water back into the tank. Actually, I don't think it's either this tap's not seized, but blocked. But for some reason that's not working. But you've also got a generator, power supply, band, you know, for running it. But so I haven't run it for a while. Let's give it some steam oil. Give it some steam oil. This is I found online descriptions. Actually, it was in the catalogue, I think, in the Bing catalogue. I can't remember exactly where it was, but I think it was in the Bing catalogue, or someone describing this this engine. And this was one of the top of the range Bings at the time when it came out. I've got divisional burner. The last time I did it, I think it caught a light. I put too much spirit in. It's hard to judge how much to put in because you need to run it for a while, and I think I've put too much in. So at the moment I'm using my Bix. I've got a large Bix burner in there, and then so I've always, when I got this, the base was completely gone. This was the nearest colour I could get from the original, but it should have been like a lithograph base. But I've come to the decision now that I'm going to completely repaint this base, because I'm not happy with it at all, and I think it spoils the whole look of this lovely engine. And when you see it running, you'll know how much of a nice engine this is. Now the problem I've got is I'm going to have to do that. I can take the generator off, but everything else is going to have to stay in situ, because the steam pipes go under here and they join underneath where the engine is, and they're soldered to this engine, and there's no way I want to desolder them just to paint the base, then attempt to resolder it, because at the moment there's no leaks. You might have the odd leak, but nothing serious. This is a super smooth running engine, super smooth, and I don't want to get anything do anything wrong. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. All I want to do is paint this base. Now I'm going to do it in a there's a technique I know and I've used before, where this base will actually look gorgeous when it's done, and I've avoided doing it, or along with having time, but I've avoided doing it. But I've decided now, made my mind up, that I'm going to paint this base, and I'll show you when it's done, but I think you'll like it. I can't remember, because it's a while, I can't remember if this pressure gauge works. I've got a feeling, I can't remember if that works or not. No, that's seized, not seized but blocked, because that's open and there's pressure in there now. I mean, there's not much pressure, but a little bit. Whistle works, nice little whistle. But yeah, we'll get this going. We'll put a little bit of thick oil in it. This is a bit of steam oil, but just for the pump. I only put the steam oil in because it's thicker than the normal 3-in-1. and as for a pump you need a thicker oil. Got tiny little oil marks, oil points, and I always put a bit on the valves. This won't take long, this one. She runs on reasonably low pressure. What happens is you light it from cold and it gains a little bit of pressure just by getting hot. When you first open that, it turns the wheel, but it only used up a little bit of pressure. The steam's not there yet. But yeah, so this base is going to be repainted. I don't like it at all. It was sort of this sort of a green. It should have been, and it had a pattern. I think they had a pattern, but someone had painted it before. When I first got it, it had already been painted, so I didn't really have much of a choice. But everyone likes this model. Needs a proper clean. Yeah, I mean, I've got it running, and you know, you can go look back on the old videos. I've got it running and tidied it out a bit, but this needs the next stage doing now, because this is a lovely model. I'm not even sure if that's the original colour on there. The problem is when you look up, I mean, I look on YouTube the same as everyone else, so if I'm looking at a model, I would want to see what that model looked like when it was new, or you know what I mean, try and get it as near as damn it to where it was when it came out of the factory. But obviously they're all 100 years old or more, and people have played about with them, changed the colours. So you could look at a model and copy the colours thinking that was original, and it's actually not. It's someone else's it's the interpretation of it. Such a smooth running machine, this one, once it gets going. Not far away now. Not far away now, guys. Powerful machine, look. Alright, I think we're in. Here we go. Quiet as a mouse. Give it a little bit of steam oil. When I first got this, it took a lot of convincing to get going. If you look back on the other videos, I managed to buy the smaller version of this. Another Poppit valve, but the smaller version. And that run beautifully. She's down here. She's down there. I'll get her out in the next couple of days. She run beautifully, the second one. And what I did, I compared the valve timing and the con rod and piston, top dead centre, bottom dead centre, valve timing with the smaller model. And once I did that, I could see that the timing on this was different to the smaller model. So I made some adjustments to the timing, and it runs like this now, beautifully. I'll drop that gas down a bit now. too much. Yeah, gauge not working. Changing that. Slow that down a bit. Absolutely beautiful model. You normally see smoke coming out the top. Still not quite there yet. Yeah, nothing going on there. Needs changing. Bit more oil. Anyway guys, she runs. That's what I'm doing next. Painting that base. I'm going to leave it there. Do like and subscribe, and over the next couple of days I'm going to do the smaller one, and that's a beauty as well. Cheers guys.